All right, you guys ready for your next comedian? Yeah. Are you guys ready for your next comedian? Yeah. This guy has appeared in the World Series of Comedy in Las Vegas, Nevada. He's also done the New Orleans Comedy Festival. He also has a book that's available after the show that I mentioned called L.A. Nuts. Give it up for my buddy Joe Dungan.
Comedian comes up here and does a header. Do the roadies come by and move all this crap out of the way? No. Let's make comedy challenging at the federal bar, shall we? My name is Joe Dungan, and I don't have herpes anymore either! Thank you very much. A few things about me. First of all, I know what you're all thinking. You're looking at me going, wow, that little guy from Game of Thrones is really tall in person. I'm from Los Angeles, born and raised in LA, so I'm him. Born and raised in LA, lived in LA my whole life. In other words, I am an original, self-absorbed phony, so... except no imitators. I am the person who wrote this book about crazy people in Los Angeles. It's called The White Pages. No, it's called L.A. Nuts, and I'm raffling one off, and I will be selling them afterwards and giving all the proceeds to the Mary Foundation, so feel free to... You're welcome. Don't applaud too much, you haven't read it yet. I will be selling it for 15 bucks, or if I autograph it, 10. I'm having a difficult week. I found out on Monday that my ex-girlfriend has a new boyfriend. That was tough. That was tough, trying to find that guy's home address. So I could send him a thank you card. I didn't like her. She was weird and difficult. She used to refer to her privates as the good China. The good China. It's a perfect name for it too, since I only got used on special occasions. She was also a Latina woman, and she used to say this weird thing to me in bed. She would say, "Talk like a white man. Talk like a white man." So I'd lean in and whisper, "I'm gonna use eminent domain to seize your property." And put up a yoga studio on it. Want to get into escrow? I've written a couple of poems about her in an effort to find closure. This first poem is called I Hate My Ex-Girlfriend. I hate you. The second one... The second one is called Everything I'm Going to Miss About You. Want to hear that one again? I went to Cal State Northridge. Thank you very much. Very exclusive university, Cal State Northridge. Hey, they only let in the best and brightest 10,000 people every year. I graduated in 4.5 years. It would have been 4 years, but I couldn't find parking. Was anybody, by applause, was anybody in a fraternity or a sorority in college? Was it that one-man fraternity I've heard so much about? Got the whole house to yourself, did you? I wasn't the Greek life, as they call it, the Greek life. I wasn't in a Greek fraternity when I was in college. I was in a Roman fraternity. For Pledge Week, we had to persecute a heretic. Glad some of you liked it. Some of you were going to Google it on the way home and be glad. I'm glad you're all in a good mood. You're making me feel better. I'm not the most stable guy in the world. Believe it or not, a comedian not stable. What are the odds? I'm a little paranoid sometimes. I think some people say I am paranoid, and I'm pretty sure I know which people are saying it too. I'm part German? Yeah. Well, now, don't applaud me for being part German. Applaud some crap for getting lucky with my great-grandma. I'm part German, which explains why I drink beer. I'm part French, which explains why I drink wine. And I'm part Irish, which explains why I drink. Hey, I'm also part English, which explains why I make really dull porn. I used to be paranoid that I was an alcoholic. You know, they say one of the signs of alcoholism is drinking alone. So I got a roommate. Now I'm paranoid that I live with a guy who goes around telling people that I'm an alcoholic. And I'm pretty sure I know which people he's telling. As was mentioned, I'm an award-winning author, so you know what that means. That's right, I have a day job. I proofread advertisements. I do it so you don't have to. Spelling, grammar, punctuation, I'm very anal about that stuff. In fact, I'm so anal about my proofreading, I use preposition H. Thank you. God love you. I'll be here 5 more minutes. Tell your friends. We get some very strange advertisements at work. This actually came across my desk a few months ago. I swear on my life. It was a description of something called cupcake-flavored popcorn. Cupcake-flavored popcorn. 2 things about cupcake-flavored popcorn. First of all, finally, our long national nightmare is over. We've got popcorn that tastes like cupcakes. Second of all, this was a description. I swear on my life this was a description. It said, it tastes like a party in your mouth. It tastes like a party in your mouth. Have you ever been to a party? You walk around and just get that sort of cigarette smoke, BO, farts, I just got a fart, burnt meat, and stale beer. Why can't I have this flavor sensation on popcorn? The people at my work are very nice. They're very good people. There's this one woman, she's a little strange. She's one of those touch talkers. Do you know that touch talkers are people who have to put a hand on you while they're talking to you? They can't just, you can both see and hear just fine, but they still feel the need. Are you a touch talker? You've been getting fresh with her all night, have you? Now she's touching you. It's turning into that kind of show, folks. Be sure to stay for the after party. She's one of those touch talkers. We both see here just fine, but she's like practicing to be Helen Keller or something. I don't know. There's cake in the kitchen. I love your haircut. My favorite is when she goes to touch, and then she forgets what she's going to say, and then she freezes up like Windows 98. There's a new restaurant across the street. Friends, if you're like me, 2 things. Number 1, stop scaring children with your large head. Number 2, Learn how to count. And number 3, do not commit crimes on airplanes. I did this. I committed a crime on a commercial airplane. I stole one of their barf bags. So if you're wondering why American Airlines went bankrupt a few years ago, this guy. The reason I stole it is because there are actually disclaimers on the barf bag. If you think we're not falling apart as a society, consider 2 things. Number 1, Etsy is on the stock exchange. And number 2, we have instructions on barf bags. I'm gonna run this down for you. For motion discomfort and baby diaper disposal. For motion discomfort and baby diaper disposal. And. Not or. And. How cheap can an airline possibly be? Excuse me, sir, do you need to throw up? Mm-hmm. Well, for God's sakes, don't waste a new barf bag. Ellen, don't we have a half-full one back there? Guy in 11E. Please place in waste receptacle after use. Where are the waste receptacles on commercial airlines? What is that? Was that near the park bench by the merry-go-round? Where is the waste receptacle? The only waste receptacles in airplanes are in the bathrooms, and the little slot is so small that if you were to squeeze one of these in, the contents would come out like taco sauce. Not for, by the way, enjoy the meatballs. Not for toilet disposal. Well, duh. Don't put barf down the toilet. That's where we keep our number 1 and our number 2. If you put vomit down the toilet, why, that would just be disgusting. And finally, do not place in seat back pocket after use. That one kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it? I guess they didn't want people to confuse it with Sky Mall magazine. Bag full of crap, magazine full of crap. I can't make up. Hey, stewardess, can I? You're probably wondering who needs all these instructions. Evidently, it's just Americans because it is pre-printed in English on both sides. Well, I got about 30 seconds left here to say thank you all, and please follow me, figuratively, on Twitter, at Joe Dungan. Joe like coffee, dung like poop. Is there gravy on those meatballs? And Anne like the article, Joe Dungan, and please tell your friends. And I'm pretty sure I know which friends you're going to tell, too. Thank you very much, Nick.
Joe Dungan! Give it up for Joe. All right, you guys having fun tonight? Yeah, good so far? Yeah. Awesome. Hey, don't forget to vote for the Merry